Welcome back on the internet. Okay, so tonight that's this vid by Sunny V2 and it's called Rappers Who Went Broke in the Stupidest Ways. Fuck knows what rappers are gonna be on this list, but damn. In life, you're gonna deal with that, right? Some people are good with money, some people are not. Me, I'd say I'm okay with money, but believe me, if I had enormous wealth like these rappers did, I probably would go a little bit crazy at the beginning. But if I would invest some, but I don't know. Cross that bridge when we get to it, I guess. We'll never get to that bridge, but whatever. But yeah, sure. Without further ado, let's get into his reaction. I'm curious to know what rappers are going to be on this list, right?
Before filing for bankruptcy, 50 Cent was spending $108,000 per month to rent an 18-bedroom mega mansion, while T-Pain's bankruptcy was so brutal that by the end of it, he had to borrow money just to buy Burger King. However, let's begin by talking about DMX, who had to file for bankruptcy on 3 separate occasions as he couldn't afford child support. You see, DMX had 17 children with 11 different women, and almost every child resulted in some kind of lawsuit or child support required.
This is why you have protection. Because people just out here... I think people took that quote from the Bible about being fruitful way too literally and just decided, fuck, I'm going to spread my seed here, there, and everywhere. And now 17 kids with 11 different women? This shit's crazy. Niggas out here wrap your shit up. Last thing you want to do is having to pay child support to a girl you no longer with.
For example, DMX was sued for $1.5 million worth of child support
which you didn't think about creating.
in 2008 after genetic tests confirmed that he was the father of a previously unclaimed baby, which when combined with his declining music career, resulted in his first bankruptcy filing. 4 years later in 2012, DMX was sued by a different ex-partner for a further $1 million worth of child support, and a year after this lawsuit, he'd file for bankruptcy a second time. His third bankruptcy would occur in 2016, during which it would be discovered that DMX had racked up a further $1.7 million worth of unpaid child and family support, which accompanied $950,000 in bank debt and $1.7 million worth of tax debt. Since he had $0 in his bank account, DMX was sentenced to 6 months in prison for the child support, a further year in prison for the unpaid taxes, and was also ordered to pay the government $2.29 million in restitution after he was released from his time behind bars. However, DMX never had the chance to pay the amount back in full, as he'd die in April 2021, and despite his extensive family tree, DMX never wrote a will, meaning that his family was still involved in money-related legal battles even after he was dead and buried. Tiger was certainly better at managing his child support payments, although he definitely had a weakness when it came to luxury spending. After cultivating his career as a successful rapper, Tiger's name entered news headlines after he purchased a $200,000 Mercedes Maybach for his girlfriend, while being $480,000 behind in rental payments on a luxury Malibu home. As a result, Tiger was sued by his landlord, although he'd failed to show up to court as he was on holiday in Turks and Caicos. Yet this situation wasn't the only example of Tiger spending big in one area while being financially behind in another.
You can't be
for
serious.
example, in 2016, while shopping for a new Bentley, Tiger's Ferrari 458 was repossessed in the parking lot as Tiger hadn't been paying for the loan. Despite this, Tiger would go on to purchase another Mercedes Maybach, as well as a Land Rover, a Rolls-Royce Ghost, and a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, all of which were repossessed for non-payment, while he was seen looking at a brand new Lamborghini. In addition to this, Tiger was sued by a second landlord for $181,000 after once again missing rental payments in 2016, which was followed by a third property-related lawsuit in 2020, where Tiger had racked up over $200,000 in damages and unpaid rent on yet another rental property. It was then revealed that Tiger was being court-ordered to pay for $200,000 worth of unpaid jewelry, which accompanied the accusation by his ex-girlfriend Black China.
These rappers in their chains are can't.
And just to add a cherry on top of the cake, while all of this was going down, Tiger was in $890,000 worth of tax debt to the government. Despite all of this, Tiger is still seen flexing a lavish life on social media, which is a luxury unavailable to rap producer Scott Storch, who blew through $70 million in less than 3 years. Scott earned this money by producing for some of the biggest names in music, including Kanye West, Dr. Dre, and Jay-Z, Jay-Z. Yet Scott Storch's insane net worth began to diminish after he purchased an insane supercar collection,
30 cars, including Bugattis and Ferraris and all that kind of stuff,
as well as a $10.5 million mansion where he housed more than 20 staff, including a boat captain, just in case he wanted to go out on his yacht.
The captain was on full-time staff?
Yeah.
In case you want to take the boat out?
Yeah.
And the boat was how many bedrooms?
7,
7-bedroom boat, worth about how much?
20 million.
20 million.
Scott went on to explain just how much this lifestyle was costing him.
My monthly overhead for my household employees was somewhere in the neighborhood of $1 million a month I was spending.
And that if he continued to work, there wouldn't have been any problems, although this isn't what he would do.
It went from me working and delivering to doing drugs and not going to the studio.
I just stopped working, and then I got depressed and jaded.
As mentioned, Scott stopped making music and instead began to get addicted to the nightlife in Miami. And with no money coming in, plus $1 million a month going out, it was only
I
going
wanna
to
go
be
to
so long
Miami.
before Scott hit zero. By 2009, just 3 years after having a net worth of $70 million, Scott had filed for bankruptcy. 6 years later,
Wow.
Scott would file for bankruptcy a second time, claiming to have a grand total of $3,600 of assets to his name, $100 in cash, $500 in clothing, and a $3,000 watch. Most shocking, his music companies are valued at $0, and in 2014 he made a grand total of only $10,000.
Wow.
Throughout this hardship, Fat Joe was one of the only rappers to keep their friendship with Scott, possibly because Fat Joe went through a similar situation himself.
Of course
Fat
he
Joe
has.
earned $1.18 million in 2007, $1.28 million in 2008, $265,000 in 2009, and $630,000 in 2010. However, despite
So
having
many
made
numbers.
this $3.3 million in only
So many
4
figures.
years, Fat Joe failed to pay taxes on it. He was able to come up with
Wow.
$718,000 and had also done extensive charity work. However, this wasn't enough to satisfy the judge, who sentenced Fat Joe to 4 months in prison. Despite taking personal responsibility for his actions by stating, "There was a lot going on in the years that I didn't file my taxes, but it was my responsibility," less than 4 years later, Fat Joe entered news headlines again after the IRS revealed that he still owed them $1.1 million in
Gosh.
taxes. However, this number was absolutely nothing in comparison to Fat Joe's friend Lil Kim, who owed almost 4 times more and became, quote, too poor to file for bankruptcy. Lil Kim
Shit, I didn't know it was
wasn't nearly as
impossible.
successful as some of the other rappers featured on this list.
Too poor to
However,
file
this
for
didn't stop her
bankruptcy.
from purchasing a $2.3 million mansion back in 2002, notably with the help of a mortgage.
So it hasn't been through any
Gosh.
part of a cow?
No.
Bit weird.
Money today, gone
Throughout the
tomorrow.
2000s,
Can't.
Kim's music career slowed dramatically, and by 2018, Kim was filing for bankruptcy, as she still owed the full $2 million on her property, despite the 16 years that had passed.
Oh,
In addition to
shit.
this, Kim now owed $1.85 million to the government for 13 years worth of unpaid taxes, which accompanied a further $185,000 in unpaid legal fees. The bankruptcy became even worse after discovering that by 2018, Kim was earning a comparatively small $18,000 per month, of which $2,000 went to staff, another $2,000 went to clothing, and $10,000 went to travel fees, meaning she had less than $4,000 per month to dig herself out of $4 million worth of
Shit.
debt. Somehow Lil Kim managed to, quote, get her finances into good shape, and her bankruptcy filing was dismissed. However, MC Hammer wasn't quite so lucky. Despite having the 5th best-selling hip-hop album of all time, which sold 17 million copies and featured songs such as You Can't Touch This, MC Hammer wasn't able to stay out of financial trouble. He bought more than 17 luxury cars, a private jet, 2 helicopters, and 21 racehorses. Some of the horses were valued at around $1 million. Most of his expenses, however, were on his home. He bought a property in Fremont, California for $12 million and spent another $30 million on renovations to turn it into his dream home. He added a
Wow.
bowling alley, basketball court, baseball field, recording studio, movie
Suck
theater,
it out.
17-car garage, tennis courts, and 2 swimming pools to the 40,000 square foot mansion. One of the pools was shaped like his signature baggy pants that came to be known as Hammer Pants. He added
Oh,
several
wow.
marble statues of himself throughout the property and installed a gold hot tub in his bedroom.
A
To keep
gold hot
everything
tub.
running smoothly, he employed a staff of
I mean,
nearly
I wouldn't mind
200
that.
people on the property, which cost him an estimated $500,000 a month. Unsurprisingly, less than 5 years later, MC Hammer had filed for bankruptcy, at which point it would be revealed that he hadn't only spent his entire $70 million fortune, but had also taken on a further $13 million in loans, which had
Oh,
been borrowed
wow.
from over different lending institutions.
No.
Despite having spent a total of $42 million on his California dream home, the property resold for only $6.5 million. However, if we're on the topic of expensive homes being repossessed by the bank, we need to talk about Birdman, who's ranked as the 15th richest rapper in the world with a net worth of $110 million. But this is what makes Birdman's story unique. If he was worth over $100 million, why was his Miami mansion being repossessed by the bank for non-payment? Birdman had purchased the home back in 2012 for $14.5 million, yet by 2017 a foreclosure suit had been filed
Wow, I
by
want
the
that
bank,
house.
and quote, all personal items within the home, including platinum records gracing the walls, a pool table and dozens of pairs of shoes, were all confiscated and placed in storage. The mansion was eventually sold by the bank for $10.85 million in July 2020. However, Birdman's lawyer has come out to explain the foreclosure, stating that it was the result of illegal loan terms set by the bank, so perhaps take Birdman's bankruptcy with a grain of salt. However, there's no ambiguity around how T-Pain went broke, as he's now
I heard about how he went broke.
to explain just how brutal his bankruptcy was. T-Pain had built up a net worth of over $40 million at his peak in 2007, with all of his closest rap friends advising him that as long as he kept rapping, the money would keep on coming in.
Everybody before me that I
What kind of advice is that?
They were just like, no, this is great. Once you start rapping, it's good, just money all the time. Nothing bad's ever gonna happen. Your family's not gonna come after you. Just rap, and it's just girls and swimming pools after this.
The lies.
For this reason, his
We told
spending
you.
began to get out of control.
I bought my Bugatti.
You bought it for $2.1 million.
$2.1 million.
And then you, very shortly thereafter, you sold it for, all they gave you was $800,000.
Yeah.
So it was like renting a car for $1.3 million.
Yeah.
With the purchase of his Bugatti accompanying a $400,000 chain and houses for his workmates,
I got this house I want to get. I got this other house for my assistants and, you know, all
Jesus
my
Christ.
runners and my producers and stuff. So we bought a house after that, and we just started going crazy with the money. I wasn't paying attention to it.
which was extra bad as T-Pain never even checked in on how much money he had.
I didn't want to know because
Wow, that was
I
clever.
led to believe that this is just gonna, it's only gonna grow. Because these rappers told me that I'm just gonna make money forever. It's just gonna keep going up and up.
In the process, T-Pain began to create less music, and within a few years, his accountant was advising him that he was almost out of money.
My accountant was like, dude, you're like out of money. And I was like, no, I'm not.
And while T-Pain seemed confident that he had plenty of cash left, reality set in for him after he'd have to borrow money just to buy food.
When you say you was broke, you had like $0 broke?
I like had to borrow money to get my kids Burger King.
What's the most you ever had in the bank at one time?
40 million.
However, T-Pain was lucky to get away with a loss of only 40 million, as the final person on our list makes this number look like
50.
loose change, 50 Cent. 50
I
didn't
didn't
only
think I'd see
release the
50 on
10th
this list.
best-selling American hip-hop album of all time, but he also made over $100 million on a vitamin water investment, plus a further $78 million from a luxury underwear deal. In the late 2000s, 50 Cent made an estimated $300 million in only 2 years. So
Damn.
when he'd announced that he was filing for bankruptcy in mid-2015, with debts totaling over $32 million, the entire world was thinking the same
32
thing.
million.
How did this happen?
Yeah, how?
After 50 Cent uploaded a sex tape with Rick Ross's girlfriend, 50 was successfully sued for $7 million, which accompanied another court order for 50 Cent to pay $17 million to a headphone manufacturer after one of their collabs went sour.
Oh,
50 Cent's
shit.
clothing company G-Unit Clothing then fell out of the spotlight, which accompanied the closing of his movie company G-Unit Productions, as well as his boxing company SMS Promotions. Throughout the whole process, the global financial crisis had taken a toll on the value of 50 Cent's investments, and by 2015 he was earning a comparatively small $185,000 per month. You could certainly argue that this was enough for 50 to get back on his feet. However, $108,000 of this monthly income was going toward an 18-bedroom mega mansion, while the remaining $77,000 was going toward menial expenses such as his gardener, with bankruptcy documents revealing that 50 Cent still owed money to his stylist, fitness coach, and even his barber.
Is his
Despite
barber?
this, he began to troll on social media with posts such as this one, spelling out the word broke with $100
Yeah, his
bills.
barber.
Within 2
He
years,
had money
50
too.
Cent had paid back $23 million worth of his $32 million
Jesus.
debt. 50 Cent eventually got back to zero, and according to Google, has built up a net worth of $40 million over the last 5 years.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I thought the one, was it 17 million? And then he ended up broke within like 3 years. I thought that one was probably, not that one shocked me. Nah, 50's one shocked me more. Fucking hell. And it's true what they say, right? The higher you climb, the harder you fall. Financially, anyway. Fucking hell, man. They see the big figure and then they start thinking, they see the money rolling and they think, fuck it, I'm just gonna spend it. And before you know it, there's no money left. That's why you invest that money. That's why if I was to get that kind of money, I'd invest it somewhere. Like, I'd keep a lot of it in savings and not take it out as much, because take out a little bit, but I'm still gonna like pay myself back after, so I don't end up in this situation here. Also, invest in something that I know I'm gonna make back, like invest it in money box, something like that, because then I'm getting little bits back, little bit of interest in there. And then if I ever get an emergency, I can take it out. But that's what I would do. I haven't done that, but that's what I would do. Anyways, I'm just gonna try to comment and see what people are saying right now. 17 kids. Man was serious when he said, "It's gonna give it to you." So 17 kids with 11 different women. That shit's crazy, man. Just hearing about some of the ways these people lost money was physically painful. Yes, it's paining me too. It's paining me too. Especially with T-Pain's one. He really did take the advice of once you start rapping, the money's gonna start rolling in. It's like, yeah, no, invest that money wisely and save that money wisely as well, because, yeah, rappers feel like their money is pivotal. What baffles me is how Tiger managed to buy other cars and these dealers don't do a background check if he could afford it. Yeah, that's why they do background checks, to make sure that you could afford this shit. But I don't know. I haven't had to buy cars like that. So yeah, maybe this year, next year, maybe I'll be buying a car and I'll find out the hard way. But seriously, the way people get themselves in debt just so they could flex their wealth on the gram is crazy to me, right? They're always spending money on cars they cannot afford, jewelry they cannot afford. Fucking hell, they pay for prostitutes even. and they can't even afford that. They take out a loan just so they can pay these prostitutes to sleep with them. I would not put it past. There's someone I know personally who I would not put it past them to do that. Take out a loan so they can go out and find a prostitute and pay that prostitute to sleep with them. I would not put it past this person, right? Knowing them, they'll be dumb enough to get caught slipping. Bankruptcy is so powerful that it could touch MC Hammer. Damn. Can't touch this. It touched him. I can't. Oh, man. I was watching these, I was like, damn, that was clever. Becoming too rich in a short amount of time makes you full of yourself. Yes, it really does. It makes people so full of themselves that they think, oh, the money's not gonna dry up. You think money grows on trees? If you're not careful, all your money will be gone, and you'll have to file for bankruptcy and shit, and have to borrow money from other people. Yeah, I still can't comprehend how someone could waste millions and millions of dollars in less than 2 years. yeah, I still cannot comprehend that shit. Like, that shit boggles my mind, right? Millions upon millions. Oh, man. So there's some people I know personally who, they're so shit with money, I'm just like, if you ever got accumulated millions and millions of pounds within a short amount of time, you will blow through it. Not even within a year. Within like 6 months, it'll be gone. 4 months even, I give it, before they completely go broke. If they ever accumulated millions like the people in this video did. The fuck? This comment. Rest in peace, DMX though, but this comment was too funny. Rest in peace, DMX. But damn, his pull-out game was weak as fuck. Shockingly no. I know someone with the weaker pull-out game, but we should thank our lucky stars that they did not get a chick pregnant, because if they decide to keep the baby, they won't be able to take care of that kid. They can't even afford to take care of themselves, never mind a kid. They can't afford to take care of their spouse neither. So, yeah. the fact that the person I know in question with their weak pull-out game does not have multiple bastards up and down this country boggles my mind. Honestly, we should be glad they're shooting blanks, because if they get called out, they got someone duff one time, it's like, yeah, now you're stuck having to deal with this person. Well done. Well done in your non-condom wearing ass. Has gone and done it now, innit? But yeah, rest in peace, DMX. I heard about Tiger's OnlyFans. And I heard about how insane it was. Honestly, I don't need to pay for people's OnlyFans, right? If you just look the name up on Twitter and you get to see that shit for free. So why the fuck would I pay for other people's sex tapes and news and shit like that when I can see that shit free on Twitter? Not that I got looking for that shit. These days don't very rarely go on Twitter, right? When I open it, my timeline, I scroll. Before you know it, I see someone's retweeted someone else's sex tape. I'm like, I did not need to see this today. I'm too sober for this shit. It's too early for this shit. I didn't need to see this. And some of the people, right? Everyone's got a preference, right? But some of the people that I saw on my Twitter timeline, on my timeline on Twitter, who were out here busting it open, they weren't really busting much. Ah, damn. Hey ho, different strokes for different folks, innit? But yeah, I could done without seeing that. But yeah, interesting vid. This shit's crazy. Learn to invest your money better and do not try and flex for the gram by spending money that you don't have, because one day it'll come back and bite you. And they come and get you. What goes around comes around. Karma, as my tattoo says. So yeah, cool vid. Okay, so that's it for this video. Like, subscribe if you want. I post if I feel like it, and I'll see you next one. Bye.